I saw your tweet about the NBA taking a week off during All-Star weekend and canceling the event. So could you please explain yourself and communicate this to our NBA fans?
I just think the fans don't like anything. They gonna find something to complain about. I was like, they gonna find one thing to nitpick. If it's not perfect, totally perfect, then they don't love it.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, at this point now, let's just get rid of this shit. So y'all just be, you know what I mean? So y'all won't drive yourself crazy watching this shit, man. 'Cause I want better for y'all.
That's a fact, bro.
Because they don't like nothing that goes on. I'm like, they like, man, y'all need to play harder in the All-Star game. And like, I'm like, y'all just like, that's so easy for y'all to say. How about y'all come up with like, why do you think the games are getting out of hand like this? Why do you think dudes aren't like playing up to your standards? It's just like nobody giving me a solution on that. It's just a bunch of it's just a bunch of complaining and ideas of how to change the whole fabric of the game. It's like, yo, we should change shorten the 3-point line, or take away the corner three, or like, y'all should be limited to shooting 25 threes a game. I'm just like, man, stop the gimmick.
Yes,
Man.
shenanigans.
So that was my whole thing. Is like, man, let's just get rid of the All-Star weekend so the fans can
so they can be happy.
So they can be finally be happy about something, man. Christ, man. It's getting out of hand, man.
I think fans and media has as much impact on the state of the game today than anybody.
I think that's the underrated part. It's kind of taboo to talk about the fans or to criticize the fans. It's just, we pay our hard-earned money and we basically fund y'all whole operation, so y'all can't say shit about us. And I'm like, you know what? Y'all have a huge impact on what we do, right? So how can we not say, how can y'all not be a factor to why shit is going bad? When shit going bad, it's all on the people inside the league. But when shit going well, the fans want to take credit for how much they come to the games and how much they watch and all of this shit. But when it's going bad, it's like, all right, y'all, I'm out of it as a fan base. It's all on the players, the execs, the league itself. I'm like, nah, y'all not gonna get away with that.
Y'all in this too. It's a community.
It's a community, right? If it's gonna be a community, we all fucked up. You know what I'm saying? You can't just put it on one dude when we fuck up, and when it's all sunshine, then you want to jump in and, you know what I mean, take some credit for it. So my whole thing is like, yeah, if you ain't got no solution, if you don't got nothing to say, man, just sit back and enjoy the game, because there's some beautiful athletes y'all just taking for granted because y'all like, man, there's too many threes. And the games don't come on at the right time. There's too many commercials. Got these dudes switching teams too much. There's no more rivalries, no more fighting. God damn. What you want, man? Shit. I'm getting sick of it, man. But because there's some beauty that's going on in the league, though. You look at the play, look at the high, like, you just watch the highlights throughout the game, and you're gonna see some incredible shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And you're seeing teams every year having a chance to win a chip. Like, look at OKC, look at Cleveland. Look, like, it's different champions. I feel like every year right now. So it's like, what more do you want as a fan base? That community who loves that love the NBA. What more do you want from them?
You kind of just spoke on this a little bit. Obviously, we all know how much you love the game of basketball. I always tell people, I'm not sure I know many people, if anybody, that love the game the way you love the game. From, like, you'll go watch some second grade boys play basketball and be like, yo, you see that move he just did right here? Look at this move. It's like, bro, they in third grade, bro. Like, but that's how you love the game of basketball. Everybody's talking about, like you said, knocking the product down or like changing the product. Obviously, taking corner threes away, like, that's stupid stuff. But is there something that you suggest can improve and help grow the game further than where it is today?
Nah, I think only the players can grow the game. Like, you can make all these rule changes all you want, and the players got to be the one out there executing. So, you know, if guys keep adding to their skill set, you know what I'm saying, from the top to bottom, from point guards all the way down to the bigs, keep improving their skill set, I think that's going to advance the game more than anything. And you're seeing it already, you know what I'm saying? But all of these gimmicky rule changes and all of that, I don't agree.
Nah, we don't need none of that.
Like, players and coaches, the ones that can really push the game forward.
I was gonna say coaching.
Coaching
is the one thing that I would say could improve because when I'm watching the games and I'm watching teams, everybody play with the same style.
Mhm.
And so you can't really get a great enjoyment of people actually doing work because there's so much luck happening.
Yeah.
Right. And so the game is like based on luck and chance and numbers, where I think if it's some coaches come with a different approach and say, you know what, we're not going to play small ball all the time. We're not going to shoot a gang of threes. Like, here's a big man that play in the post, and we can identify with a style and a philosophy that counteract the way the Warriors play or counteract the way Boston play. I think everybody just playing the same way. And so we got to get like teams got to develop styles.
I mean, you got to look at it though. A lot of the players are playing similar. You know,
Yep.
a lot of the guys' go-to moves are the same: step back, step back.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Pick and roll, float. You know what I'm saying? So, and it's a copycat league. It's been like that since the beginning. So I always go back to the players and the uniqueness of each player. Like Jokic, their system is definitely different from the normal
Yep.
system. And it's simply because of how great he is. And the Warriors still play that style. That's everybody wanted to play like the Warriors, but they haven't accomplished it yet. But they play that style simply because you had Clay there too, but you got Steph and Draymond, you know what I'm saying, playing that different style of ball, you know. But it depends on what players you got, you know what I mean?
Right.
They playing more of an ISO system, spread you out, driving kick system. Boston playing that way. So, you know what I mean? It's just tailored to the players. I think more and more coaches starting to understand that the tailored system around it, what their best players can do, is, as opposed to trying to make them fit into a certain style of system.
Mhm.
You know?
Right.
You
Do you
said,
think
makes
that's player
sense.
empowerment too, though? Like a part of like the power that players have? You think that's a part of why coaches have to do that as well?
I just think it's just smart. I mean,
Mhm.
to get the most out your best players who's going to affect the game, I just think the simple fact is like, yeah, they started to realize, yeah, we need to build around this talent that we have, because you realize it don't come around often. A Ja Morant, you know what I'm saying? You can't just draft him or Zion or Ant. Or, you know what I'm saying? You talking about, you're not gonna just draft these dudes that easy. So while you got them here, you might as well make them as
Take
most
full advantage.
comfortable as they can, and get, so you can get the absolute most out the player. You know what I'm saying? And coaches and organizations are starting to understand that. You seeing how they building their teams now, fitting around their best players. You know, so and that's what I love about the game too. That a lot of people don't speak about the evolution, is how the GMs and the front offices and the coaches are starting to be a little bit more creative on how they want to, you know what I'm saying, craft these teams. They hoarding picks. They might trade
Yeah.
4 picks for a player in the middle of the night, and you might see a all-star on a team that you didn't expect because they got 7 picks they gonna trade. You know what I'm saying? So they
Yeah.
do creative shit,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying, to keep their assets and team building, you know, to go to that next level, because it take much more than just a player knocking down shots to win the championship. And
Bingo.
a lot of credit got to go to the front office and the GM and the coaching staff. You want to win.